Hey class, my name is Melissa Neal. I am taking this course as part of my requirements for my bachelor's in education. So basically my education from K through 12 was a pretty good experience. I moved to 3 different schools at that time. I spent the first 2 years in a private elementary school in Los Angeles County. Then I moved to Arizona, where I spent about 3 years there. Then I actually moved back to another primary elementary in Nevada County in Northern California. And then I went to high school there as well. As far as my knowledge of language acquisition, I started learning Spanish in my early years of education. As growing up in California, you kind of do. Beyond that, I was also an au pair in Ireland for about 3 years. And so I helped the youngest with his language learning, and I also helped the older two with their Irish learning. So I would say I'm probably about a 4, 5, or 6, just depending on how you would see it, really. I also took a course that went over English language learners last semester, so that kind of helped a little bit there as well. So as far as from this class, I just hope to have a better understanding of language acquisition in ways that will help me with future students, and also for myself, as I plan on learning Irish within the next couple of years to further my education and potentially get a career teaching in Ireland, as they require you to learn Irish there. So about myself, I currently live on an island in the South Pacific called Norfolk Island. Not many people know what it is, but if you look it up, it's between Australia and New Zealand. It's a tiny island where there are only 4 flights during the week coming in and going out. So there's 2 on one day and then there's 2 another day. So if that tells you how much influx we get, there's no proper postage. We have to wait for things on a ship unless it's air freighted. So if I were to order something, it would take about 3 months to get here, which is pretty cool because it just makes you kind of get back to the basics. The other thing as well is there's no hotspots. Well, there's only hotspots on the island. So there's no mobile data, which I find quite interesting as well. Kind of makes it so that you can get away from the chaos for a bit. It's absolutely beautiful here. Beyond that, I have always wanted to be a teacher, and I'm very excited to further that. Yeah, so 3 websites that I used to study and get information from are obviously Google. That's just for general information. I use the ASU library website as well, and I also use Google Scholar, which I find to be a bit intimidating, but it works a little bit. Beyond that, I use my local library, and I also use the San Diego library as I have access to it. I have a library card there, so it helps a lot when I need to find books and references from there. On a personal note, the most embarrassing mishap would probably be when I sent a personal email and it got attached to 2 or 3 other people. Luckily, it was nothing too scandalous or too chaotic, but it made for a funny story in the long run. And yeah, nothing really too crazy. I mean, it's not like I accidentally sent pictures or anything. So I've been lucky on that aspect. Other than that, again, my name is Melissa. I'm excited for this course, and hopefully you will be learning loads in the near future.